Hello guys, we are so fucking back, so fucking back, so fucking back, like, let me hear this, so fucking back, so fucking back, so fucking back, like, let me hear this, so back, so fucking back, so fucking back, it's crazy when you use another computer to uh, test the stream and then you create an infinite loop with the sound and then you get raped. Like, bro, don't even fucking think about it. Don't even fucking think about it, bro. So oh shit. Don't hack me, bro, please. Don't hack me. So I got an idea, like, shit. Yeah, as you can see, I have installed the S8, the S8. Anyway, you get the idea, like, list. Okay, get this. What should I do? What should I do? Clear, I said. Like, let me do some exercises. Monkey type. Monkey type, like. Monkey type, bro. Let's do some exercise here. Let's put some music and I will talk a little bit about what I got an idea for a video. And what's the idea about? So this summer, the reason I made this whole series, stream series, it's like because I want to rehabilitate from that's not the real me. I want to rehabilitate from AI. Okay, got it. Okay. So why? What's the backstory though? Like, I was always using AI when it first came out, and then later on I kept on using it for most of my work, but not in a very massive way. Like I was okay, but yeah, I was using it to do most of my stuff, but yeah. And then when I was before the summer began, actually in the start of the summer, the start of June, I was discussing with my programmer friends, like about vibe coding, and I had seen it online talk about vibe coding, but I was rehabilitating also from YouTube, so I didn't want to see any video on or read any article about it because it will make me lose my way a little bit and go through other things that weren't my goal back there and distract me. So yeah, I didn't know anything about vibe coding. I knew the term, but I didn't know anything about vibe coding till start of June, around the end of May this year. So I went to a concert. It was a week where we would discuss heavily about it, and then I went to a concert, and the concert was King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and it was a great concert. Sorry about this. And then I had the whole weekend for myself, and I was like, okay, and I had just finished a course with Angular and .NET, and I was ready to do my first. I was ready to do my first side project this year. I have made minor side projects in the past, but this year I was like, this is the year of side projects. I will go hard on them, like, and I had some ideas that I knew that I could implement easily, quite easily, and I want them to deploy them on my Raspberry Pi in order to explore more about DevOps. And yeah, so I had the weekend for myself, and the concert was in Friday. So I came back from the concert, I slept, and then I woke up Saturday ready to do work. So I think that I finished the course that day, and then I was chilling, and when I was chilling, an idea came, like, to create a small dashboard, kinda like a to-do list, to log my lessons. Like, I do programming lessons in with my friend of mine, to my friend of mine, like, and I would keep the progress that we had using Gmail especially. And then I was like, why not make like, it wasn't that complicated, the progression emails that I would create. So I was like, why not creating a dedicated web app to log everything, like the day we had, what we did that day, and then some other details. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, the idea came to me, and I was like, I will make a very small app, just to test, like, my DevOps skills. I had done it one time in the past, and I was ready. So it was like past midnight, and I was very tired to do any coding, but because I had still some energy, I decided to try this vibe coding thing, and I installed Cursor. Yeah, this where all began. I installed Cursor. A friend of mine had suggested to me, and it was like, it is free for the first 2 weeks or 20 days. I don't remember exactly. And yeah, I installed it, and I immediately I had the idea in my head, so I immediately started a conversation with it, and I wanted to do with Blazor and .NET, of course. And because I want to be small and server side rendered and everything. So I started with Cursor, and Cursor really understand what I was going about, and create very easily a rough draft of the first idea of the app. So I was like, okay, this can work. Of course I was chasing results at that point, because I wanted to, like, my goal was there to practice some DevOps and less programming. I don't know why back there. So yeah, it make a small draft, and I was like, okay, I will let the application be as small as I can and be functional, and I will immediately deploy it. Like, I give myself like 2 days or something like that. Like, I was certain that I will have finished it by the end of Sunday. And then I started chatting. In Sunday morning, I wake up with too much energy. I was excited because uh, I had found out about this vibe coding thing, and I thought that it was great. And I was like, okay, let's go hard on it, and let's make the app and be ready to deploy it, and then we will move on, and then we will program an actual app. I will program an actual app myself in order to learn about coding and stuff more. As I said, like in these past 3 years, I have used the AI a lot. I have done programming myself, but most of it was heavily depending on the AI. So my skills were pretty rusted. And then yeah, so Sunday came. I started discussing with Cursor, and as I was discussing, I think like most of you have already have also stumbled upon this problem, this issue where you discuss with the AI, and because the app is very small and you can't like vibe code it very fast, you would think also new features to add. And I also thought like, okay, this going very fast. Let's also learn some things about the unit testing, and I also wanted to implement tests. And then where the whole thing came apart, like then I was trying to do tests and also make new features, and the small app became a little bit bigger. And as the project became bigger, I started putting more hours on vibe coding, and without even realizing it, like it took me like a month to build it. It's a very small app, but because you will stumble upon many issues with the AI when you first start using it, and it will never create exactly what you want, and then you will go try to loop it and make it do what exactly you want, and you will have this back and forth with it, where sometimes it's like hitting a break wall. So yeah, like it defeated its purpose. Like it took me like a month or so, and by the time like I finished it, I was already having thoughts about making a new app, also a small file server like Dropbox, in order to share some files with my friends. And I was like, okay, I will go full in, and I was at that point I was pretty addicted to it. The blazing fast back and forth with it, like the building something so fast, like everything, and building it with any language you want. That was what I was thinking back there, but that's not the issue. That's not real. So yeah, the next step I decided to do a small file server, and I decided to go full on and make it with Leptos web framework for Rust. Like big mistake there, big mistake. Like it took me like 1 or 2 days to just build a very small thing of the app, and it was the first time like I would look at code, and I would have no idea what it did. Like I don't know Rust. Like it's it's a little bit difficult for me right now to understand Rust because I don't have the any idea how it works. I would understand some things, but most of it was like gibberish to me, like it was like Greek to me, something like this. So, but because I'm very on the idea like to finish what you start. I couldn't stop, and I decided to go full in and finished it, and also deploy it. And then that thing also took me like a month or so, something like this, and then I had to deploy both apps, which took me some time, like uh, 1 or 2 weeks for both of the apps, just to deploy them using Docker and my Raspberry Pi. And then immediately when I finished those apps, I had already a new idea for a new app, a very simple note taking app, and I would also go full in there and use Vue, Ionic, Ban as the runtime. What else? And Pocket Base for serving the front end, also for the back end, and the database. Actually, Pocket Base is quite impressive, but it's not production ready yet. Anyway, so I also spent like a month also trying to develop this application and deploy the others, and also fixing bugs. All things were For all things I was using AI. I fed up a little bit with Cursor because I didn't want to spend any money on it, because it would run out of tokens very quickly. So I decided like, okay, I will give like 20 euros, 23 euros for to be precise, for Cloud Code. Like it would be, I think that it was better for me, Cloud Code, because I'm pretty good at using the terminal. Not I would say I'm in intermediate level. Like I feel comfortable with the terminal. So it was the funniest thing, because I would use Cursor as my code editor and Cloud Code as my AI agent. it was very, it was very surreal. And yeah, I had these 3 apps that I wanted to develop and deploy. And in the end, like I kind of felt like, okay, I made 3 apps, but what did I learn actually? And in my opinion, I learned more about DevOps and less about uh, programming. And in the end of it, I didn't know Rust for sure. I didn't know how to write Vue. I knew how. I have a rough idea of how those things work, but yeah, it was in a very surface level, I would say. I would also use AI on my Raspberry Pi to help me with configuring the server files in order to deploy them, but because it was in a smaller scale, I was able to figure out a thing or two and keep some knowledge from there and extract some knowledge from using AI on the server to help me deploy. And then in the end, I did some trials. I did some tries. I did some yeah. I tried sometimes to. I tried several times to deploy the note taking app on a new Raspberry Pi Zero that I bought this summer, and I wanted to be able to uh, deploy the app using Nginx or something like that, and Tailscale in order to host it in a private in a private network. But I didn't have the time, and I also thought that this takes me too long. I will not use this app, because the other two, it was okay because I use them. I still use the other two apps, but this not taking up because it was very rough. It was very mediocre things. The code and the everything. I was not very excited about using this app, so I decided to. The app is ready actually, like it's a feature ready, but I decided like it's it's not worth deploying this app because I won't use it. I don't feel comfortable using it. It's not a good user experience to use this app. And then, like, I don't remember what I did after this. Like, I spent some time do some other stuff. Like we started an application in my job, like with my friends, as a side project, not an application for the job. And also a big project on work came, and I had to study for it. It was a good thing that in my work I couldn't use AI a lot, so I had to type a lot of the stuff, which helped me keep in touch with coding. Anyway, so then like September came, actually the end of the September came, and I decided like to go full in with this rehabilitation to rehab anyway from the AI. And I decided like I will use the AI to help me rehabilitate from it, and this is where I am now. Bottom line is like that AI is good if you use it carefully and use it as a senior where you can't not a very good senior actually, but as a senior which can help you find what you're looking for. Sometimes for juniors I think it's pretty good to help you find what you're looking for, and gives you the opportunity to not be stuck very often and ask it things. But I think that the competence and the better understanding of your art, because I think coding is an art form. It's like by typing, by typing and thinking about the problems and everything. So yeah, this past week, I decided like I have to go full in with the rehabilitation. What the fuck is it? Rehabilitation, something like this. And that's where I'm now. So yeah, bottom line is like use it, but don't overuse it. Everything with medium is best. Like I want to come to a certain. I think for a junior, it's very good to be able to write stuff by themselves and not depend on it at all, and use the LSP and documentation to yeah, to understand how things work. Use AI sometimes if you are very stuck, just to give you a direction, and then further uh, investigate, or do something like I do, like make a plan with it and tell it, okay, today I want you to write me the code and I will type it, because I think like copying, it's like one it's one of the ways to learn, because when you're in a junior level you copy code from all over the internet, you copying code from all over the internet, and by copying, by I think like by just copying and pasting, it's not much, but if you start typing it, sometimes it stays with you. Then when you get a rough idea of the thing you try to learn, then you should be able to have a skeleton and then try to implementing by yourself with some hints, and then in the end I think you will be able to uh, develop it all by yourself, the certain feature or thing you try to implement. And I think that's a valid way to use it. Maybe it will take some time, but what else? What else did I want to say? Yeah, and I think like repetition is the mother of knowledge. That's not the right phrase, but you get the idea. Like if you do a certain thing many times, like you want to make an endpoint, don't just make it one time and then go to another. Make the same endpoint with some not exactly the same point, like make a variance of it with small changes in it again and again and again, until you grasp the idea, until you will be able to do it all by yourself, and then move to the next one. And I think that way also you have to read, you have to understand what you're doing and what design patterns you use and everything. And after this, little by little, I think that you will be able to be better at what you're doing, if what you're doing is it's code. That's my take right now. I will go with the rest of the year trying to follow this practice, and hopefully at some time I will be able to just use the docs and build complicated stuff and different architectures, and hopefully someday, I think you will never learn everything, but you will be in a great position to easily identify a problem and know the direction you will go in order to solve it. I think that's the you will never be able to know everything. Like I think that's the most important, to have a grasp of what you're doing and be able to navigate. Okay, so let's start coding, because I think that I spend a lot of time yapping and typing. Okay, so where we left. In those past days, like I have to, why this thing is not centered? It gets with my net, but also this uh, I wasn't able to do much this weekend, so because I was a little bit like of the place, I had some work to do, and I wasn't home. I decided to do something like I decided like I have conditioned myself to love the thing that in the past I hated. Like I hated configuring stuff. Like I was I wanted everything to work out of the box and to not put any effort on anything that had to do with the computer. But first in my work, I had to learn how to navigate a difficult like ecosystem where you have to develop, deploy, and test. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I had to learn things about servers and IaaS web server, and it wasn't good. And Docker and SSH and everything. I hated back then. I hated it. I was like, I'm just a programmer. Like I want just to type things and to work and then immediately deploy them and also work there in the production. And I didn't want to like to have do anything with configuration, server configuration, app configuration, workflow configuration, tools, anything. Like I want to download something and be able to use it right out of the box. But I came to little by little. I started. I thought that I can't I can't uh, I can't get away from it forever, and I have to do certain stuff if I want to deploy my own apps. So then I deployed my first app. It was horrible. It was like 1 month just to deploy it. Just to deploy it and be able to access it from everywhere. Like I deployed it in the public web, public internet, using Cloudflare and everything. And then after that, like I thought that okay, a senior of mine back at work said like take some time to learn your tools. Like if you're comfortable with your tools and you like using your tools, you will like more working more. Like you will like more staying on the computer and code. And I think that's a very good opinion. I fully agree with that now. And then in this year, I started also trying to configure my laptop, and I bought a new one. I bought a new laptop just to configure it from the start because I had all my things on the other one and I didn't want to break it. So I bought a new one. I bought a ThinkPad. I have said that in the past that I installed Arch Linux and I started configuring. And this also can be a rabbit hole where it's not good for you. Like it's a form of procrastination, but you actually think that you're productive at the point that where you're configuring your stuff. You also have to have a medium. You have to be able to say, okay, I will do this, and then I will just code. If I'm not able to configure the editor, for example, just use another editor for a little and dedicate some time every day to configure your stuff until you're ready. And then once you have a workflow that works and it's okay, don't try to optimize it right away. Use the little bit, see what things you have to change, and then change it after a while. Because other things will come up too. You will lose too much time just configuring and not using. So yeah, this weekend, because I was a little bit under the weather, I wasn't under the weather. I was tired, and I couldn't think. I knew that I wouldn't be able to do deep work. I decided like to configure a little bit my machine a little bit more and install ZSH. And I also tried. I started to configure Doom Emacs and or Chrome because I want to use a good node system. But I decided like this would take me too much time from my programming, and I dropped it. I'm like, I have already set Doom Emacs with all Chrome in another computer. I want to use also all Chrome UI and sync thing in order to have all my machines synced. But this would take me. That's for me. It's a weekend project, like configuring all this. So I'm like, I was like, I don't have this much time right now to configure all this. So I just configured ZSH. I pushed my files on GitHub, and I was like, I'm done for this week. Maybe next week I will configure the Minimax. Maybe the next week, but right now what I need is to focus on my coding practice, and that's what I'm going to do right now. And let's do it because I'm coding back at work, but I need more. I need more. Like it isn't much. It isn't much. It isn't much to do all this. I don't know how to. Yeah, it isn't much. You need more. You need more. You need more. Like more studying, more coding. So we'll go here and we'll start a new session. We'll go to the projects and then we'll show the reps, and then we'll go and in here. I was able to code a little bit on Saturday, and I was very happy about it. But I think here now, I don't even know where we were. What was the last thing we did? Let me put some music on. Deep Laos. It's okay. It's okay. I like this artist. It's pretty good. I'm getting monetized, demonetized, whatever. I don't want to get paid up for this. This for my. It's my own logs. It's my own video logs. I don't mind not get paid about this. So yeah, we did this. We put the context of the repository. Okay, I think that I remember where we were at, where we were at. And if I do this, I think like, what do you call it? GCC. Oh, I remember that. Because also, if I don't code every day, I will also forget about the old sweet shortcuts that the new Vim has. I will use the mouse right now a little bit. So I think that I was here implementing an abstract repository. So we did this, we did all this. You can do this and be able to set on the code context. I think like I like this. I like this. I don't want to do it. And also you have to do this. Okay, and then I will go this and do this. I don't remember exactly what I learned the other time. That's bad. That's bad. This, yeah, and we will return the empty when we add it. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then we will do this. So in order to do this, we have to C4. Oh, nice. C4. Await. And we will go context. You have to set it. I think you have to set it. Set the generic. You say get by ID. And you would use the ID. And I don't remember if. Okay, you have to do this. Sync. You first. Repository. Oh, value. Okay. So I have to return this. Return. Okay, so you don't have to do this because you already have that. You do this here. Okay. Also, I think you don't have to do this. Your nodes have to do this. Okay. We will test this on the program. I like testing everything. Back then, so I get biasing. Yeah, that makes sense. Why does it have this and don't have this? So we'll go to the implementation of the app. How do you go to implementation? In G. You go to implementation, okay. So there's no get here. How do you go back? I want how to go back. How to go back. I'm okay using this. Like, this is something that for me is GF. Okay. I do GF. Didn't work. Late. CO, maybe. I think. Oh, nice, great. CO. So there's no such. App content does not contain a definition for get ID by get by. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have this, but why does it have this? If I go like do GI, let's be found. No, let's be found. What the fuck? Oh, don't go me. Don't. I don't want to go here. Do stuff. That's what I was talking about. Like, I don't want to go. Don't. What the fuck? The best thing. Okay. So the fuck. Okay, Q escape. Q. Okay. What am I fucking doing? If I go this and do GI. LSP implementations. Where can I find LSP implementations? I do. I think like this should have an LSP implementation. Okay, something is wrong with the LSP right now. I want to do a check health. Okay, I have 2 errors right now. I think that hopefully they don't have to do with ZSH, hopefully. And I will use Babis. I will use Babis. MVM use 24. Take a good look on my ending configuration. This is why I want, sometimes I just want to sometimes I just want to code, man. I just want to code, man. Okay. Get this, but 2 or 3 days ago I didn't have these issues. Why am I getting those? Let's discuss before change anything. Take a good look at the files. Config. Need. No specs found for module. Yeah, you can run version. I think this bad is not where it should go. This guy. This guy's config. Ah, he's out for like. Hmm. It's not found. What the fuck? That's weird. That's fucking weird. Yeah, please change it for me. Okay. Oh, it fixed the three-seater as well. Oh, baby, that's great. Hope it works. Hope it works, bro. Hope it works. Please, please work. Please work, bro. Please work. Shit. See, I. See, I want to go to the I. Why when I start to do a thing, for some reason, the whole universe tries to make it more difficult for me? Why? Why? I don't like this. Shit. Why? Why? Also, let me. So, yeah, perfect. I see. Wait, let me just yap a little bit about because maybe we won't get anywhere today. I hope we. I hope we go somewhere today, please. Why it's so difficult to do all this stuff? Okay, you start your laser. Big. Okay. Let's beam. What next? What can we do? Masonry, maybe. New location found. The fuck. The fucking shit. I I'll just do a print screen, I guess. What the fuck? No, no, no. How do we do? How do we do? Base A, redo, undo, redo, change. That's hell. I'm living in hell right now. How to redo, change, lazy beam, control R, control. Sync. and species. Speed. Blaze. See my last screen. See what when I load. She's like dude like okay. Do GI task. So, see I get location where to the source file, not file. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel that's like what I want here. It's like some auto completion, but I don't get it. Add a sync. Find a sync. Yeah, I have to do it. Find. I think that's what it doesn't select. Find sync. Play. What? No, bro. Things. Bro, I'm burned out. I don't like this. Now past, I don't have any. That's the thing about program. Sometimes. Sometimes this fucking shit. Sometimes. Most of the times it's not. Fuck you. Yes. The fucking thing, bro. I was certain that I could do this. Anyway, fuck this, fuck this. Fuck this, I'm out. Guys, I'm brain rotted right now. I cannot think, I cannot do almost anything. The only thing I can do is like complain. Shit. I'm very today, like, I don't know, don't have things to say. Like,
it will be